squat position. So this is great to learn how to relax your pelvic floor. I recommend doing these during pregnancy, and they're great postpartum for pelvic floor relaxation, as well as just a hip opener. So you're gonna feel this in your hips. Starting with the supported version, so I have a yoga block. You can sit on something else too, some books, whatever you have at home. You don't have to have a yoga block. But just supported is a little bit easier. I have my elbows on the inside of my knees. You don't have to actively push into your knees or anything, just kind of rest your elbows there. When you inhale, so we're gonna focus on getting good expansion in our rib cage on our inhale. And as you inhale, your diaphragm contracts down and your pelvic floor lengthens. That's what we're focusing on here, is that lengthening of the pelvic floor on your inhale. So on the exhale, typically for just a resting passive exhale, when working on this kind of pelvic floor breathing, what happens is inhale, diaphragm contracts down, pelvic floor comes down. As you exhale then, your pelvic floor just comes back up to its resting position as your diaphragm naturally comes back up. Your rib cage comes back in. That's just the normal breath. Here, what I want you to focus on is try to keep that pelvic floor lengthened on your exhale as well. So we're really focusing on relaxing, lengthening the pelvic floor here. And so what you want to do as you feel that breath down into the pelvic floor on your inhale, you can visualize your pelvic floor muscles as a flower that's kind of blossoming open. And then as you exhale, you want to keep that flower bloomed and open, relaxed, released, lengthened, all of those different words that we can use to describe the pelvic floor muscle. So that area between your sit bones, okay, so you should feel your sit bones on this block or the books, whatever you're sitting on. The area between your sit bones and from your pubic bone in the front to your tailbone, that's where your pelvic floor muscles sit. Okay, so you want those muscles to lengthen, descend slightly as you inhale and exhale, okay? So inhale through your nose, let those muscles relax and lengthen. Exhale through your mouth as you try to keep those muscles lengthened and relaxed there. So we're not contracting and lifting. We're not doing Kegels here. This is actually the reverse of a Kegel. We're letting those pelvic floor muscles lengthen. We must be able to get these muscles to relax in order to get a good contraction and to have proper function and strength of the pelvic floor. So if you're experiencing any symptoms of pelvic floor tightness, which can be pain with intercourse or even just inserting a tampon, urinary frequency or urgency can sometimes be a symptom, pelvic pain, a second pee where you feel like I just pee but then I have to go again, all of those things, constipation, can all go back to pelvic floor tightness. So if you have those, definitely reach out so that we can chat more about some other things that you might need to do that are more individualized. But a couple breaths here. Inhale through your nose, let the pelvic floor lengthen. Exhale, keep those pelvic floor muscles lengthened on your exhale. And you're just relaxing here. Try to be as relaxed as you can doing your inhales and exhales. If you feel like you can do a full deep squat, okay, and hold this position, you're gonna feel those pelvic floor muscles even more here. So I'll do a couple inhales and exhales. So again, I'm feeling my pelvic floor lengthen on the inhale, and on the exhale, I'm trying to keep those muscles lengthened. This is gonna take some time. These positions can be a little tricky, but they're great for pregnancy and postpartum. Help to relax the pelvic floor. Just keep working on your breath. Nice, deep, slow breaths, and you should start to feel those pelvic floor muscles a little bit more.